Housing has always proven to be a sound investment. Some of the recent media updates may be unsettling, and they are if you aren't understanding the other side of the story. In 2021, we had a record year in terms of the number of transactions. We've never seen as many transactions recorded with Toronto Regional Real Estate Board ever prior. This means that the likelihood of seeing the same number of transactions in the next couple of years is unlikely. And so, the number of transactions will continue to decline and level out to a point at which they are normal. And so when you read this headline, it doesn't mean that the world is falling apart, things are just stabilizing. In 2021, a lot of people borrowed from the future. We had the lowest interest rates ever, and most people who could afford to buy homes didn't lose their jobs. This meant that we had recession-like interest rates that we were able to take advantage of. And for the people who could afford to buy housing, they were able to do at a minimum cost. If you look at what's happening in terms of the average sale price of a home in the Greater Toronto Area since Feb 2022, you'll see that prices have declined. But step back and look at the last 10 years. We've seen this before, and the trend overall has been on the incline. We don't expect this to change. We know that there's an insatiable demand for homes in the Greater Toronto Area, and this shouldn't change. If you've purchased a home recently and are looking at the headlines, remember that markets shift. And purchasing a home that you can live in, that you can control, that you can't be reno-evicted out of is more valuable now more than ever. The trends in housing have proven to be safe historically. And even when markets shift like they did in 2017, they bounce back as we've seen before. Now let's say they don't. Is owning still better than renting? For the person who can afford it, yes, absolutely. Your blended monthly mortgage payment means that with every payment, you're paying down your property. And each year, even in the worst case scenario, if your property appreciates just 1%, that means that your average $1 million home is worth $10,000 more the next year, plus you've contributed to the down payment of your principal mortgage. Better than renting if you can afford it? We think so. And what about the interest rates? We've seen higher interest rates. We've been stress testing at 2% higher on mortgages so that when interest went up, like they are now, the people who have mortgages can afford them. If you need to discuss your current situation, or if you're contemplating buying, selling, or renting, connect with us. We'll help you understand your individual situation and help you come up with an action plan to help you achieve your real estate goals. Don't stress about the headlines. We can show you what's happening with your portfolio, and more often than not, it's good things. Keep calm and carry on.